Since we were younger, we've always been taught to lean on others for support. Your parents, your friends, your loved one. Lean on those who are closest to you or who have relevance to your life for the support you need to keep going. And as much as people have told you to do this, they didn't know that they were taking some away from you. In the same lesson. Because the lesson was lean on people for support when you're in time of need. When you're going through something. When you feel like you can't do it. Lean on someone else for support because you need somebody who's stronger than you to be able to help you through those moments. This was the lesson. But they never gave you the lesson that needs to be coupled with this. And that lesson is, as much as you do have times where going to someone else who is stronger than you can help, you need to be able to depend on yourself. You need to be able to be self-supportive because if you don't, then your whole life becomes, when I'm in a time of need, when I feel like I can't do it, when I feel like I don't have the strength, I will always look outside of myself for the strength that I need. We didn't know that this was inbuilt. We didn't know. We thought that, you know what, if I want to make it somewhere, if I want to grow, if I want to not feel the way that I feel right now, someone else needs to help me through this. Others. There's even things where they have support groups. They have support groups and they have things where they say, you know what, link up with people who are just like you so that you have the chance to grow. I'm talking about now, not back in the day. If you want to grow, if you want to have the life that you want to have, link up with those who are most like you. Because if you link up with those who are most like you, you will grow faster. This is also true. They weren't wrong when they were saying this. But they also didn't tell you that if you don't have the group, where will you get the strength from? They never brought your attention to yourself. We hear all these things like there's power in numbers. You're stronger with someone else than you are alone. As your psyche is set up to live life this way, in critical moments of need, it'll start to play out. In critical moments where you should have been alone to understand something, where you should have been alone to gain the strength, you will feel like, I need someone else there. And I'm no one that's above this. I grew up thinking that if I want something to happen, if I want something profound to happen, I need to link up with people. I need to depend. Yes, I had times where I was alone, and maybe you're someone too who felt like growing up your whole life, you were someone who was a loner, as people would say. So you did learn some of the things that other people would take other people very long to learn, as far as internal strength. But I still was someone who also operated from feeling like I had to have someone else there. Whether that be financially, whether that be emotionally, spiritually. And in many ways, it was part of my developing, but I was never told that I could do it alone. Support was always something that was embedded inside of me through what everyone was saying, through teachers, through family and everything. But lean on your own self. You can get through this alone. It was never ever given to me. It was never given to me. My mom is so wonderful because she gave me the chance to know that if I ever need anything, I can lean on her or my brothers, because I have 4 brothers. I can lean on any of them, that I can go to them, that I can get support from them. And that was comforting for me. It was. And it was something that I think was invaluable in many ways. It definitely was invaluable. But the comfort can be so strong sometimes. It's comforting can be so alluring sometimes that one can forget that they can do it alone. One can forget that they have the strength actually for this. When they feel like, you know what, I can't do this, they actually do have the strength, but they want the comfort so much more than to sit in the uncomfortableness of I can do this alone, that this will always be supreme. It will always ring as the high, as the king. I'm not here to say that support is bad. I'm not here to say that. But your need for support will rob you of experiencing life. If I think to a story now that's happened recently, I was talking to my little brother, and he called me and said, yeah, man, I'm just thinking about, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm ready to leave. And I know that it's helping me with stuff, but also at the same time, I feel like I want to have sex, because he was in this leadership group that was Christianity leadership group. And he said that, I think that I want to do this, and I don't know if I want to stay here. And he was trying to oscillate between, is this right for me? Is this wrong for me? And I was just quiet. Now, if we were to backtrack some months earlier, I would have said to him, oh man, you should do this. You know that this is what you truly want to do. You don't have to allow yourself to oscillate between. Just sit on one side of the fence, the side you want to sit, and allow the other side to erupt in a way that it's going to. If it's going to be chaotic, let it erupt, and you sit in the tension of that eruption. This was something that I would have told him before. But through me seeing in my own self that I don't need the support that I thought I need, in that conversation I said, Zeke, my little brother's name is Ezekiel, you know what to do, but you want comfort. No. I didn't say that. I said, you know what to do. Why did you really call me? He's like, I don't know, man. I think I just I guess I just want the comfort. And I said, I'm not here to comfort you. Someone who my mom also taught to lean on his brother for support. The support was finally was telling him that you're not going to lean on me. Not in the way that you want to, not in the way that you feel you need to, because you can do it. So you switch the power, really. You switch the power from it lies in us getting to this together, or it lies in me giving it to you, to you can do this by yourself. You don't need me there. You don't need me there. I actually did something great for him. I gave him power back. Because comfort robs people of experience. This is why we stay in relationships too long. This is why we love eating food and it feels something inside of us that we feel like it's soothing us. We have many different ways that we like comfort, but discomfort makes us go, I have to latch on to something for need. And specifically in relation to support, when we don't feel like we're in a situation where we're comfortable, we feel like, okay, I need something else to support me. I need my friend here, or I need my brother, or I need my mom. And as you try to lean on these things for your internal strength, you are teaching yourself that you can't do it alone. And this is why I had to teach my little brother. Coming to this realization has let me see that there's so many groups and things like that, and in Facebook groups and all kind of movements and seminars going on around the world. And it's teaching people more information, but it's not teaching people self-information. It's not teaching people self-knowledge, because self-knowledge allows you to know that you can. Not someone saying to you you can and you believing you can, but actually you can. I moved away from my company, and if I think about if I would have did this 2 years ago when I was feeling like I need support to be able to go forward, I wouldn't have been able to do it. There's no way. There's no way, because I was still operating from, I need to be a part of a group to be able to do this, to be able to walk through life. Like when you surround yourself with people who know more than you or who are much more evolved than you, yes, you do grow. This is absolutely the truth. But if you become dependent upon that, if you become needy of that for your own growth in life, then you'll miss out on life experience. You'll miss out on what it feels like to not have somebody there and have to deal with it on your own. But I'm okay now simply because I learned through that track that I don't need the support that I thought I needed. And this is from everything from books and videos that you watch and going to teachers. This is that as well. Like if I give you my track before, I was very dependent upon books, very, very dependent upon books. And then I removed books, and immediately it was a terrifying feeling inside. A feeling of I'm out in the open, like I don't have anything underneath me. I was used to having books as a support system for me. And then when I removed that, I just was like, okay, I had to breathe, because I removed it in one moment. I was like, I'm going to choose now that I'm not going to read books, and I'm going to find my own way internally. And in that one moment, I got the most scared I've ever gotten, really. It was terrifying. It wasn't even scared, it was terrifying. I remember just laying there in the bed, like, just breathing and just feeling it, like, wow, I actually have been so, like, attached to reading for it supporting me in life that when I give it up now, I feel like I'm giving up something that I've had, and it's like this feeling like this. Then you think about videos, where you start getting attached to watching some person. Like I got attached to watching David Deida, I got attached to watching Osho, I got attached to watching Eric Thomas. And as I'm watching these people all the time, they became my support system. So in times of need, I would go, okay, Eric Thomas has some on this. Or in times of need, I would go, okay, Osho has some on this. Or in times where maybe I'm freaking out about something with a woman, I will just try to go to David Data. Believing that all these is the thing that holds me up, and that, okay, I always need to look outside of myself for the strength. So I'm doing it. Then it came to my teachers or people who are around me, and who are your teachers actually in disguise, people who are around me. And I was like, maybe I should ask him for this advice. Or maybe I should ask him, what would he think of this? I feel like I need some help. What would he think of this? And not to say any of this was wrong, but I desperately needed this. And I didn't even know it. I thought I was all good. But I needed these to help me stay aboard. And I tell you that for teachers or for those who you go to for advice, see what it's like to not have their advice. In a moment where you go, okay, I want them to tell me something, or I want them to give me more clarity, see what it's like to just sit in the space of not knowing. Because that's going to teach you more, actually, than the person you're going to ask advice from. Because even if someone asks me, I may give them clarity, but then I always round it to them. Because I know that they're going to find the strength themselves to do it, that they need to. That's the only way for them to walk through this experience. They can't depend on me. I can only guide them back to themselves. That's it. I have the clarity to do that, and I have tools to be able to do that. But ultimately, I want them to find their own direction, their own clarity. I want them to be in a state of not knowing. I want them to be in a state of pain. I want them to be that. If they are, I want them to be that, because if they don't be in that totally, they'll always think, I can get out of this by going to have someone else support me. So I remove that part. When they want the support, I remove it. I have to give them a chance to live. And if you think about videos you watch, because if you're watching this video, I'm guarantee you that you watch other videos on self-development or spirituality. I know you do. See what it's like to not, when you want to type in something, see what it's like to not type it in and just sit in that space of, what do I feel I should have done? What do I feel to be true for this? What is something in this that's making me want to just go and grab for strength? What's making me want to do that? Do I actually think that I'm weak and I need other people to support me? Do I actually feel that? Because you may be actually operating from that. You may be operating from, I need people to support me, because internally you feel weak. See what that track is like. And when I say see, I mean, when you feel the impulse to go like this, and looking for anybody who you feel that helps you a lot, don't do it. I had to learn this. I had to learn, yes, I'm really into Osho and the way that he speaks, and I'm into the way that, that he says stuff, and his way of looking at things differently. I love it. But I had to get used to not putting in his name. I had to get used to not putting in David Data's name, not going to a book, not referring back to the Way of Superior Man over and over. I had to get used to this. And that brings in books. I had to get used to doing the same thing with books, not referring to give me strength. That's the track. It's an incredible impulse that you have of just I don't know what to do, and you start feeling scared, and then it's just like, oh yeah, I remember this is part about this book. And then you read the part about the book, and then it lets you know that when you're stressed out and you don't feel this, what you can do is breathe, and then you go, okay. And you do that, maybe you feel better. And then every single time you go to that. And I had a friend that did this. He got into spirituality, and he's in it now, and then he would feel like Right now I'm in chaos. And then he would go read Eckhart Tolle. I was just like, no, you need to feel the chaos. He's not going to give you the strength. He's not. He can only give you clarity about something. But the strength comes from sitting through what you're feeling. That's where the strength is gained. It's the sitting through. You get to experience life when you bring in all your energy like this and stop spreading it out to what you feel is going to give you strength, and you bring it here, then it's actually too much for you to handle sometimes. But you bring it in here and you finally go, I'm going to be self-supportive. I removed all of these and I just went, the only thing that's left is me. When I remove advice and videos and books, I was just like, it's only me left. And because there's only me left, that means that I actually have the chance to be strong. I actually have the chance. You may think that, yes, I'm someone who's very, very powerful and someone that's very, very strong, Tony. But I will tell you, if you get rid of all your friends, if you get rid of all the resources that you feel that are making you strong, all the external resources, will you actually feel that you have the strength that you are saying that you have right now? And I can almost guarantee you that the answer is no. It takes courage to remove everything. It takes courage to feel like it's just you. Because you're not used to that. You're not used to the feeling of it's only me. You're used to the feeling of it's me plus them plus this plus this plus this. And like I told you, this is not to get rid of support. This is not that. There's points in your life where you do need people stronger than you. Or not need. You do. It's going to allow your growth to become faster. Someone who's going to show you that you actually don't need to do this. This is a different way you can do it. Then you go, and then it gives you more awareness. It spreads your awareness. The only thing that these things can do is spread your own awareness. But they're not things to latch onto. So yes, these things can help spread your awareness. I think about my friend right now, or I think about the woman I share love with, and the times where they tell me stuff, and I have never been exposed to anything like it. Or, maybe I know some things, but then they like my friend maybe tells me something about history. Something I totally didn't know. And I'm totally attentive because it's a spread of my awareness of why this place is like this. Maybe the woman I share love with, she tells me something about something that she's enjoying right now in her life, and that she's, so to speak, in the yoga that she's doing. Or she tells me something about what is it like being Muslim, or what was it like? She's not still Muslim. What was it like being Muslim? And I'm just like, my awareness is just like, oh, okay, I didn't have no clue it was like that. But that's all that I'm gonna allow them to do. Because in the moments when I'm actually going through something, it's crazy because she tries to, you do, yeah, you do. She tries to, sometimes she wants to comfort me because her nature is just showing me love. That's what she does just all the time, kisses all the time. She just shows me love. And then sometimes when she supports me, when she wants to, I just go, don't touch me. Or right now, I don't want to be touched. Or right now, this. Or I am just like, I'm just going to feel this. Because I know that in that moment, it's not through the supporting me that's going to give me the chance to feel it and grow from it. It's me being with it. And of course, if she wants to, sometimes I let her. It's not like I'm like, move away until I'm feeling like I'm back to normal and I've gotten through this and I'm strong now. No. I let her nature be as it is, but sometimes I just say no. Everything that I've said here today was just giving you the chance to know that you don't need what you think you need. you may even feel like this, or people may even feel like this, or coaches out there, or teachers of all sorts may feel like support is needed and that I'm silly. But I can even tell that teacher, like, what was your greatest moments of becoming strong? And they'll always tell me that it was when it wasn't a moment that someone else, like, okay, here you go, this is what you do, and this and this and this. It was never that moment. It was the moment where they finally stood in front of people, and they sat it through all the tension that they felt of being afraid of doing it, of speaking what they feel or something like that. Or maybe it was the moment that they finally went for what they wanted. But when they went for that, they didn't go to somebody else like, okay, I'm gonna go for this and I need for you to back me up. No, it was the moment when they went, I'm gonna go for this because I really want to. And then it was scary and they didn't know. But they made it through it, and they gained strength because they were being self-supportive during that time. You can support yourself in a way that you don't know right now. I'm not saying get rid of all of everything. I'm not telling you to do that right now. But I am telling you that some of the times when you feel like you need outside strength to help you, you don't need it. You have everything that you need already. And if you would just feel what it is and be in it more and walk through it to the other side, you will experience life in a different way. What's the time? Oh, nice little 30-minute talk. I thank you for just being here. If you've been here this whole video, thank you. Because sometimes when I'm speaking like this, guys get like, or just get to the point. And I know that it takes time and it takes space for you to really understand what this means for you. Share this with anybody who you feel that this is going to help. This will help a lot of people, so share this with anybody you feel it's going to help. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you want to know more about topics that's in relation to this, or more about the videos that I do, push the little subscribe button and you'll be able to follow me. I don't know if you follow my videos that I do about seduction, but if you do, there's a link in the description box. And this is a free Beat the Bedroom series. It teaches you everything from what to do from the approach all the way to get in our home. Totally free. Just underneath the description of this video and what I'm talking about, underneath that, there's a free link. You can click that and it'll take you there. And I'll leave you with this. It's more important to become that which you are than to be that which you want. So never try, just be. I'll see you tomorrow.